And welcome back to Fancy Farms. Everybody is getting closer to nighttime. Everybody's already been fed. They spilled their little thing, so I did just dump it on the floor. They've been scratching at it. Did put a little up here. Truckers, on another note, I did take some of these 1x2s, screwed them together, lowered the lamps a little bit because it's supposed to get a little chillier. Everybody's over in that corner because I was stirring stuff around. And then, don't mind the cages. Those are from the Silkies. Don't mind the mess. But, update on the chicken brooder. Did build the door. Now, these are from our old rabbit hutch, these little things. And then, what I did with a dog kennel, as you know, some of the XL dog kennels come with that divider in the middle. I flattened out the edges to where they hook, stapled them and glued them. And then what I did was I took some of the wood, kind of make it look a little nice. And then, don't mind the little splits in the wood. I was using too big of a nail. Extended it out a little bit, you know. That way you're not having to struggle getting in and out. This little latch is just temporary until I go to Lowe's tomorrow to actually get a little latch. But it'll work for right now. It does take some force. And as you can tell, here are some of our babies in here. And then Miss Hen right here decided she wanted to get in there when I had the thing open. Here, I'll go ahead and open this up for you guys. Get y'all full effect. Like I said, don't mind the mess. I just got done. I'm really excited. I got a little Buff Orpington chick. Like I said in the short video, we did get him free when I went and picked up these guys. There is 20 of them. They kill me when they lay down because you think they're dead. I am going to raise the heat lamp here in a few minutes to get it up a little higher. But I tried to get her out. She went right back in. She's taken a real good liking to this little guy, which he is the smallest. And then you got like that one right there is almost the size of her. But I got their food right here in the front. That way it's easier for us to get in and out of it. Like I said, I'm going to take these little blocks right here. I'm going to find a few more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it here. And I'll probably go ahead and screw them down. Go ahead and screw them down. That way it lifts this water up. As you can tell, it's already filthy. And they've only been in there for a few hours. Like I said, I will clean all this up. But the door closes just fine. And you just push down on this. Nothing can get in because I have it to where it butts up to this. As you can tell, everything kind of easy. Extended that out. I did add a little Christmas lights, you know, just to give them some light. I do have to fix all this. I want it more over there on the wall, more permanent, to where there's not just a bunch of things. What I did was I took a pair of snips, snipped a little hole, and like I said, I'll have to move this over a little bit and up. That way it's easier access for, like, you know, you ain't just nipping a little hole. It's a good size hole. That way the plug-in can go back down. Like I said, don't mind the Gorilla Glue. Kind of used it. But I did, like I said in the other video, I do have to finish getting all this out. Take some 2x4s, go from here to there, there to there, there to there, there to there, to kind of keep it actually enclosed. That way the chukras will not get in here. I don't want them to hurt the babies. Like I said, this is a good size coop. Give me 1 second and I will measure it for you. It is from the wall to about outside, about 33.5 inches wide. I think it's like almost 4 foot. Not the little 4 foot. It is almost 5.5 foot, 64 inches. And then, like I said, it does give them a good room. And then it's roughly 30, and let's just go 33.25 tall. Like I said, all of this, literally this costed me roughly, if you don't add the heat lamp and the food and the water, roughly $30, because the 1x1s, like I said, they were on sale and they were cheap. They were like $1.50. And then I had to use zip ties to hold the top down just because my staple gun broke. So I want to get those off when I go get a new staple gun, just to fix it a little bit. And like I said, this If you got a dog, was for, well, technically not free, but laying around. And then I had some old little things, and then I had some hinges off the rabbit hutch. And then this, I had this just laying around in my little scrap bin. Used it. Like I said, the most expensive thing on here is the mesh. I mean, I didn't have to use that. I had a bunch of like chicken wire laying around that I could have used. But just to me, I think this looks a little cleaner. I'm going to go tomorrow because it is getting late. I'm going to clip off all this, and on the inside, the little extra netting, as you can see right there, a little extra wire. Makes it really clean. And then we do have Red Barn wood stain. And I'd say tomorrow I'm going to let these guys free range out here. And then I'm going to stain the door and go inside and probably do the top. I would have liked, like I said, everybody's kind of in a mood right now. Miss Turkin, she was in the kennel earlier because, you know, she was being a little brat. But yeah, all the babies are just chilling. Sorry, the wire's a little dirty. But let's say there is different size chicks in there. Miss Mama here, as you can see, everybody's in a little Orpington. I'm hoping she goes broody, and she's just a few months old. I think she's 5 months old. Don't get me wrong. I'll have to go back in my messages to see when she was born. But her and the rest of them, they're literally all the same age, just a few days apart. But these are all from the same person, just different ages. And like I said, this coop literally costed me nothing. I know, you know, it don't hold a lot of heat because, you know, it don't have walls, it don't have a heat lamp. But I do have a heat pad that are for chickens that you can lift, raise. But I have to fix the wires because, of course, dogs, you know, best friends, worst enemy at the same times. And what I am going to do is I'm going to keep that there. But over in this corner, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mounting bracket to where it's a little higher. Enough for her to not fit in, but enough for the bigger ones to kind of fit under. And everybody can kind of go in that corner. And then I do want to get some laminate and laminate all the flooring, because as you can tell, you can see where they scratch here and there. And then right here, if you can see where it's a little dark ring, it's where their water is. That's why it's a little wet right there. I do gotta scrape this all up and kind of making a mess. And then this was the chicken roost that I made yesterday night. And then I did take this one down because my original plan was I was going to take this heat lamp, kind of mount it down there. But at the same time, some of these guys are kind of small, and I didn't want them to get this little guy right there. He's just chilling. He's just straight chilling. I didn't want, like, she's kind of mean to smaller chicks, but she's not. I put the Orpington out with her, and she got curious, but she didn't really care. So I didn't want them to be roaming around and not get enough heat. So I just kind of lowered these. I'm probably going to get another one here, and then I will move that one over there, and then one right here. That way it gives a lot of heat in here, because cold times. Them guys, they stay up there. I do plan on tomorrow, when I kind of clean up everything, to throw some bed shavings up there. Then again, I might just take that, because none of these guys use that. Well, especially them, because I thought they would, because as you could tell, silkies do not fly because of the way that their feathers are made. So I try to put that down there, and I've never seen anybody use that. And as you could tell, yesterday I put some more shavings in there to kind of get the padding because of the plastic. They didn't like it. So I'm probably going to take that, climb up there, and probably put it in the center, put some shavings. Because when I had them in my other coop, a few of them did use this, and they did like it. So I'm just going to take this and probably put it up there. And like I said, I am going to flat top this and make little nesting boxes. and then put a wall here, and then this side is going to have a bigger door. It's going to be a little, try to make it as cheap as possible. I'm going to try to make everything out of the 1x2s. I'm just going to get smaller nails, that way I don't split the 1x2s because they are very easily splitted. And then I'm going to get some little hinges. Sorry about the pause. Been a long day. Some hinges and make a big door. That way we can open it up all the way and get down in there to, like, if I put a little box here. What I was explaining to you is you take a 2x4 and you literally make a little box. Like a little box. Enough for like a good sized hen to get in, like her. And I'm going to put one, as you could tell, it's going to come out to about the corner. Someone might crawl up in this little corner right here, which will be okay. But I'm going to put one here, one here, one here, one in the corner, one here, and one here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be 6 in the bottom. And what I will do is I might take them off the ground a little bit, because a lot of hens do not like the ground. Like my hens, they stay up here all the time ever since I built this. But I might lift them up. What I'm going to try to do is, the corner one's going to be a little difficult. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to go from the inside, from here to here, and then come out. I might attach them to here to make it a little easier. But I want the boxes to be removable. That's why I'm about iffy about not just making them on the ground, just to butt up to that. Just because that way when we open this door, we're going to have bedding in here. We're not just going to leave it only bedding in the nesting boxes. That way it'll be easier to clean all this out. And then, like I said, I'm probably going to build another box, another hen box right here. It will take away their roosting bar. But I'm trying to make this as spacious as I can versus I understand the whole boxes along the wall here and there. But I wanted it to kind of look nice when you walked in, like the little corner. I might space it out a little better. I might make it more over here because it's a little more this way. That way it's a little bit more in the corner, and go straight from the corner and just make the corner a hen box. And then what I will probably do is right here, or maybe more in the middle. I kind of want to make it to where they have space and they're not on top of them or getting on top of them. So you could tell she gets on top of that because I'm over here on the roosting bar. But I will probably eventually, like I said, if I move that over here, I'm going to make a roosting bar that goes. I want it to be pretty good for like my, don't get me wrong, I'm wrong on this, satin silkies. They're the smooth silkies, not the more poofy silkies. Because my big plan is the Turkin, I'm probably going to get her a male, and they'll be in their own little like breeding coop, just because I don't want to mix them with them, especially a rooster. Now it'd be different if I take one of them and them, you know, fugly babies are the best babies. But make a roosting bar, not too tall, that way the silkies can get up on top of them. And then, like I said, what I wanted to do with something like this is, it's square, they could get on top of it, yeah, but they don't have anywhere to really sit. As you could tell, it's a good distance from here to here. So like the smaller chicks, they can't really get right here and eat. So everybody has to get up here. So what I plan on doing is I don't really want to cut this just because we really like this, but at the same time, it's literally made out of 1x2s. All I would have to do is, it's done by staple gun, which I don't have. It would make my life a whole lot easier. But I will knock this off and knock this off and knock it down an inch, maybe an inch and a half, you know what I mean? Like from here to here. That way it gets it more low. That way chickens can get up here, or chicks when they can styling. Because it's a good few inches from here to here. That way when they can get up here, they don't have to hop up again. They can just kind of sit on this. I want to make a round one. And with the round one, I want to make it close to the same size like as the square. Like make it about the same size, but instead of just two sides, I want to make it a circle, the steps all the way around. That way multiple chickens can sit on the steps, which I know it's crazy thing. Oh, chickens are going to sit on a little bench and eat at a table, you know what I mean? But it would be cool. It'd be a good idea in the long run, especially if I make a few. You know, if someone wants one, I could make one and get it. But that's a little of update. Like I said, I do have a mess to clean up because I literally just got done. I have to get all that. I have to take these cages. I'm probably going to stuff these cages up there because the chukras, they stay over there. Nothing ever comes up here. And another good plan for us, what we're planning on doing, is making a ladder bar, which it leads to right here. And I will cover that hole and that hole right here and get the dog food containers to put up there. That way it has the different types of feed. Like right now we have the chicken scratch, and then now since we have baby chicks and then we have the 90 in the incubator, we'll have chick starter. I don't really use the Dumar product. I mean, it's good, but I'm pretty sure that this one is not medicated. I always use medicated with my chicks, and a lot of times, especially if I have a good laying hen, I will throw at least a quarter of a scoop of the chick starter in with the older chicks, just because it has a whole lot of protein versus you getting like a whole nother bag of game bird feed. If you already have the feed, yeah, it'll equal out to about the same versus you're having to use it a lot. But that way I don't have 3 or 4 different bags of feed, because like I said, we have the chick starter and then the chicken scratch for the chickens, and then they actually do like the chicken starter. It's good and high protein for them. A lot of people say use game bird feed. And I have used game bird feed, but I've seen a lot of it, especially with these chukras. They actually laid more eggs with my chick starter versus the game bird feed and the chicken scratch. And I give them a little lettuce every once in a while, some fruits and some vegetables. And I guess just because of the protein, because as you could tell, what it does with chicks, it builds their immune system up. Let me see if I can get in here with these guys while they're laying down. Gotta be quiet opening the door. Oh, gotta open it up all the way. Let me see if I can get in here with these guys. They look like they're dead. Then my hen, she will not come out of here. Everybody's kind of bunched up. Put up. It's late for tonight. I'm going to clean that out because I'm going to fill it up again. Or that way there is a lot of them in there. I don't want to put a bigger one or another one in there just because I don't want a bigger mess. I have to water this guy. He had a bunch of lettuce and tomatoes. So this guy, as you can tell, he's all poofed out. He's hungry. I do need to get him lifted up. I have to put his plastic thing underneath because them chicks are starting to get underneath there because of his scraps. But that's it for tonight. I really appreciate everybody watching, liking, subscribe. Show your kids. My kids love my chicken videos, and they love watching chicken videos with me. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, go follow. We do have a Facebook page called Fancy Farms. It is a picture of a horse. Or you can look me up at Jonathan Brown. It's JOHNATHAN Brown. Add me on Facebook. I post a lot about my chickens. I love my chickens. And they're just a big part of us. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you. Come again.